I was pretty surprised when I saw that Sakamoto, the anime that only finished, like, give or take, 2 to 3 months ago, maybe probably a little bit more than that, was already getting a live action. Yes, you heard me right. A live action. They really locked in with this process, man. Like, what the frick? They, like, they went freaking... Trying to think of something funny to say there, but it's no avail. It was just quite surprising when cause Sakamoto, honestly, as an anime itself, wasn't, like, mind-blowing enough where I think someone would be like, we gotta immediately make a live action to this. I didn't walk out of that being like, man, I need a live action. That's what I need. Live action would make it even better. So I was a bit surprised when I opened YouTube one day just to see a promo for Sakamoto. And the promo consisted of just like what the characters were gonna look like, and it actually kind of looked better than I was expecting it to look like. It kind of looked like a cosplay, in a sense. But it's honestly not fair to say that, because, like, people complain about, like, MCU-fication. They'll be like, oh my god, ew, this looks disgusting. You should take away all the lines and stuff. But then when they make it comic book accurate, they're like, ew, it's disgusting. It's looking very too cosplayous. So it's a bit weird. It's hard, I guess it's kind of hard to find like the middle area for what this for actually creating design. But yeah, Sakamoto itself was very unexpected to get the live action treatment, especially before like One Punch Man. I think that was supposed to get a live action. But I feel like Sakamoto is just like One Punch Man. It's kind of just like One Punch Man, but I personally think it's worse. I'm not hating on Sakamoto, by the way. I liked Sakamoto. The animation was alright. But Sakamoto, I went out with like that was a nice, fun anime. That was fun to watch. But it almost just felt like One Punch Man in a sense. I noticed a lot of animes are doing that recently because of One Punch Man. Where they'll basically just have this really powerful guy who can just basically knock out everyone in one punch. We got Mashle. I did not see it coming when the live action was just out like in a flash. Like they freaking, you blink it, you miss it type stuff. Like, can you spot it? But the live action actually looks kind of cool. I would maybe even say cooler than the anime. I thought it was cooler than the anime. The neon stuff they had going on, the neon filter. One Punch Man. We don't like it in One Punch Man. But with the Sakamoto trailer, hoo-wee, beautiful. It looked quite great. I especially like the scene where they were like punching in slow motion. Kind of reminds me of the end of season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen, where Nobara, Kugisake, yeah, forgive me for that. I murdered it. I absolutely murdered it and teabagged on its grave on accident. I didn't mean that. But Kugisake and Itadori at the end, when they were fighting Itadori's brothers, when they were like when they were both about to strike it, it had cut between the face, and they're just like dun 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 dun. It was really cool. It gave me like goosebumps. And this kind of the Sakamoto shot where they were going live action, like slow motion, kind of reminded me of it too. So yeah, that was pleasant. I was pleasantly surprised by the trailer. I wonder how much they're actually gonna adapt. I would guess maybe they're definitely not gonna adapt all of season 1. I'm not really familiar with the arcs, but I would guess maybe up to the end of season 1 part 1. That's my guess. Season 1 part 1, the end of season 1 part 1. But yeah, everyone looked good in the actual anime itself. It's being produced by, sorry if I butcher this, I'm really sorry if I made this, but the director is Yuji Fukuda, Yuichi Fukudua. Yuichi Fukudua. Yuichi Fukudua. Yuichi Fukudua. Sorry if I meant that really badly. But they honestly, as a director, I don't think they've really made anything really like phenomenal looking. I'm looking through this and I really don't recognize anything that he made. But yeah, I mean, the coolest parts of the trailer are probably when Sakamoto actually reverts down to his skinny form. Looks sick. The glasses, though, I don't know how to feel about the glasses. They almost give like they almost look like if I took my glasses and then put like paper over them and called that a shine. It looks a little weird, and the CGI honestly looks a little good. Pretty good. Like, look at this dino shot. Right here. It's about to show. Look at that. Not even that bad. Not even that bad of a shot. Like, the CGI doesn't look half bad, man, I would say. Like, look at that dino thing down there. Here's one of the shots that made me feel a little weird. It's just how smooth my boy Sakamoto's skin is. Look at his beautiful, beautiful skin. Almost smoother than her skin. Look how, like, freaking... I don't know why, but that... Something about this makes me feel a little tingly, a little weird. I don't really know why, though. I don't know what's going on here, but... Maybe it's like the makeup they placed on him. It kind of reminds me of the One Piece live action in the sense of, like, how, like, accurate everything pretty much looks. It just makes me, like, my heart warm, being like, you know what? Salute to you, sir. Fine, sir. Salute to the eye. So, that's just my thoughts on Sakamoto. It's looking pretty good. If it comes to English theaters, I might just watch it and give you guys a drop-down movie review. So yeah, that's about all I had to say about the trailer. Bye, guys.